And welcome back to another episode of the Chicago White Sox March to October. It feels like this has all happened so quick, but we are down to only about 30 games left of the season. We're on game 132 to start today. So we're really getting down to it here. We're getting to this final month of the season. And man, things are looking very good. Ever since that rough stretch right around the halfway point where we dipped, I think we dipped a game below 500, but we have bounced back from that insanely. And we now sit here at a record of 78 and 53, 25 games above 500. And that puts us one game back from the division lead. So that's the goal for today's episode, is to do what we can to take the lead in the AL Central. And as you can see here, we are on a 9-game winning streak. We're playing amazing lately. Twins are too, though. They're on a 5-game winning streak. They're 8-2 in their last 10, so this is going to be a fight for the rest of the season. And we have, once again, a great way to pick up a lot of momentum at once here and make sure that we continue this winning streak, continue this hot streak in general. And if I succeed, I feel like this almost guarantees that we pass the Twins this episode in the division race. Last episode, it was Dylan Cease with a perfect game. This episode, it's Kopech with a pretty nice game going himself. But not only could we use the massive momentum boost that we could get out of this, but Kopech himself could also use the performance boost. If we go in and look at his stats on the season, he was actually one of our best pitchers for a majority of the first half of the season, and he's kind of gradually been falling off. I wouldn't say those numbers are looking bad, but they're looking worse and worse the further we get in. The ERA is creeping up to about 4.5. He still has a bit of a walk problem, even if it's not as bad as the year before. So completing this game and getting him a 3+ boost hopefully would turn him around and get him back to pitching his best down the stretch here. So let's go for it, man. Let's see if we have what it takes to get 9 more outs with Michael Kopech in this game. He's 6 innings deep. He's punched out 10. He's given up a walk. And the good thing about him having already given up a walk and the fact that we're up by as much as we are, I don't have to pitch to contact at all. I can throw everything out of the zone, try my hardest to get nothing but chases. All we have to worry about is not giving up a hit. And well, I didn't mean to leave that in the zone, and it's going to break up our no-hitter immediately. So that was pretty short-lived. That's how these normally go. Last episode with Dylan Cease throwing his perfect game, that was an outlier. That was not the normal thing that tends to happen. When you go in with a no-hitter, perfect game on the line, whatever, you're most likely going to give up a hit. That's just how the CPU plays. And the crappy thing about that is, even if I don't give up a hit the rest of the way here and strike out 9 straight hitters, we're probably... Okay, we got the lineup, but we're probably only going to end up with a 1+ and maybe 1 or 2 fireballs of momentum. So it's already diminished the value of this type of moment. And there we go. We froze him on the circle change in the zone. And Vaughn's going to make that play at first. So we get out of the 7th without allowing the runner to even move up. Just got to put together a solid rest of the game. That's all we can do. And, you know, sitting here seeing the Kopech fastball get up to like 95, 96. Yeah, sitting 95 right there. Kind of reminds me, in real life, it was kind of exciting. Even though he didn't look great, that game against the Braves where Kopech got the save and he was throwing like 100 and 101 constantly. I mean, that's the Kopech we all thought we were going to see back when we were seeing what he was doing in the minors coming up through the farm system. There we go. 94 in this world, though, is enough to get the strikeouts up and in. Oh, is that going to stay in play? Is that going to be our second out of the inning here? We're going through Baez on deck, but it doesn't stop Max Stassi behind the plate. There's no way. They know who this is, right? At the plate. They know this is Javi Baez. What is he doing laying off of that? What is he doing laying off of that? Oh my God, Baez, why is he putting together the toughest at bat so far of the day? Like, come on. And why am I throwing this on 3-2? And he's still fouling it off. Oh my God, he drew the walk. Are you kidding me? This is Javier Baez. He's bringing Kopech all the way down into the yellow energy now. We still got a whole inning to go. Okay, there we go. 94 up and in, I guess, is enough to sit down Parker Meadows. Another scoreless inning for Kopech, and I would imagine they're going to send him back out there to finish it. And yep, here we are, 95 pitches in, well into the yellow energy. And there we go, another punch out. Good spot for that slider. And Vlad makes the play that time. McKinstry, man, he was the one that broke up the no-hitter with that exact same type of hit, really. And we spot up the fastball, apparently. Froze him to end the game. That's a complete game. One hit shutout with, like, I don't know, 14 strikeouts or something like that. And exactly what I was saying, we only get 1+ to his performance boost because it's all or nothing when it's a no-hitter chance. But hey, at least we got something. At least we also got the win. So we get 2 more fireballs. I don't remember exactly where we left off our fireball last episode, but I feel like it was a pretty decent momentum fireball. So adding 2 more to that should give us a pretty good chance to pick up a couple more wins in this streak. Oh yeah, we had a huge fireball. Look at that. We got a ton of wins stored up there in that momentum meter. So okay, or we'll lose our streak immediately, still win the series, lose the first game to the Mets, still win that series. That was a pretty long sim there. And really, even with going, what was that, like 4-2 in those sims, 5-2 if you include the game I played, we're still just winning to challenge for the division lead. Why can't the Twins calm down a bit? I mean, man, they don't let up. We're outplaying them by so much. We have about 50 more runs scored than them and like 60 less runs allowed than them. And they just keep finding ways to win. It seems like one more game than we're able to win. But you know what? Now that we get closer and closer down the stretch, I am kind of curious to see now what the rest of the league is shaping up like here. So over in the East, it's pretty much just down to the Yankees and Orioles. In the West, it's pretty much down to the Astros and Rangers. So we've got 3 2-team races here for the division lead, and I don't know, probably all 3 second place finishers are going to be who ends up as the wild card teams. Over in the NL in the East, you've got another 2-team race between the Braves and Phillies. In the NL Central, the Cubs are the team that is running away with it. Okay, I feel like whenever I check in, it was the Cardinals who are out in front, but now the Cubs have asserted themselves. And then over in the NL West, yeah, that's purely the Dodgers. They're about to clinch too. Although they're not playing as well recently. They're 3-7 in their last 10, so they could be even more impressive if they haven't been slumping lately. Another interesting thing that I'm seeing here for us is all the way on the right-hand side there, we actually, even though we're almost 30 games above 500 at this point, we have a losing record in day games. And our home record isn't all that impressive either. We're only 6 games above 500 at home. So it seems like from here on out, we want to be playing away at night. I wonder if that, I'm not going to go through it all, but I wonder if that aligns with like some of the quirks on these players. Okay, well, I lied and I did go through it now, and now I'm even more confused because everyone who seems to have the quirks has the day player quirk. Like, I didn't see, when I was looking through this, I didn't see a single night player. I don't even know what the quirk is called because I didn't see it on anybody. We've got everybody who has a time of day quirk. It's all saying that they're better during the day. And a couple of these also say like Duran and Garver were homebodies and day players, and we have better records on the road and during the night, so this doesn't make any sense. But then also, it's a good thing I actually went onto this screen because that reminds me at least that we are now into September, so we have our 2 extra players on the roster for the September call-ups, and it's kind of an interesting one offensively. The CPU decided to go with Zach DeLoach to get the call, and he's not all that impressive looking right now. He's actually going down hitting wise, so he must not have had a great year in the minors, but he's got some speed, and this is the type of guy that I feel like if we got the fast track with him and actually performed well, this would be a great guy to get it with because it would bump his potential up. Obviously, it'd bump his attributes up. This would be like a prime candidate for that. So hopefully we see that next year, but obviously it's not going to happen this year because he's already up in the bigs. So who's our pitching addition then? It looks like it was just Eric Fetty brought back up. Kind of hoping it was going to be Joe Barlow because he's a 71 overall. That'd be nice to have. Yeah, man, just look at how good Joe Barlow is. He's up to a 73 now, actually. 73 overall. 92 hits per 9. Oh, I guess that's what it is. I can't believe I didn't even think to look at this before. He's not on the 40 man, so of course he's not going to get called up. Man, that actually sucks too because he was only on that 1-year contract. It says he's a free agent next year. I guess on this screen it does show him just still being on our team, so maybe that's a lie. Maybe he'll still be in the organization. I don't know. You never know in March to October when it's all automated. But anyway, distractions now out of the way. We can hop into this next game where the time title of it makes it seem like if we win, that would pull us into a tie for the division. So we have to hang on to a 6-5 lead. We have the 2 runners on right now with 2 outs. So that'd be really nice if we can bring one of them around to score and actually extend this lead a bit. But 6-5 is a little bit higher scoring than it usually is when you load into a March to October game. So I'm curious to see what has gone on here. We've got a lot of multi-hit games here, a lot of extra base hits. Vlad has a triple and a home run. Vlad's up to 42 home runs. And I didn't even notice it, but Deloach is one of the guys with a multi-hit game so far, so that's cool to see right away. It was Tyler Wells who didn't have that great of a start, but apparently 5 innings and 5 runs allowed raises his ERA only up to 3.78, so I didn't realize just how good he was doing since moving him to a starter. All right, but now the focus is on hitting. We need Benintendi to come through here. Base hit probably scores a run with 84 speed out there. Bottom of the screen there says Dylan Cease is a Cy Young favorite. That's something we can't always check in on. And Jake Eater is a Rookie of the Year favorite. I don't know why a Cubs guy is in the mix. You would think it'd be broken down by league. And now that's got me distracted from hitting a fastball right down the middle. Great. And I'm underneath that. Even on that fastball that I missed, I timed it up, and I timed that one up too. It's just the PCI was horrendous. All right, Schuster's the one out there. He only made 3 pitches so far. We've got Ryan O'Hearn to lead it off, so I don't even have to check. I know it's a good matchup to leave Schuster in. Oh, I don't know if we're going to make this play. Duran with the super dive. Okay. Look at the range he's got at second base. Off the bat, I didn't think he had a chance at all to get to that ball. That was impressive. We are going to play the matchups a bit, though. Ryan Mountcastle destroys lefties, so we're going to get the righty in. All right, there we go. It took forever to get Mountcastle put away there, but we'll take it, even if he kind of waited back and put a decent swing on that. And another one to the right side. Duran's got it. He's got plenty of arm. 1, 2, 3, 7th inning to keep it right where it's at. Eloy, I think that's going to drop in. Nice leadoff base hit. Let's do something with that then. Ooh, that's a tough spot. Good pitch there to bring it back to 2-2. Oh, I don't know if that has enough to get over anyone's head out there. Yeah. He kind of had that leaning into it swing that you don't always want to see when you pull the ball. Means you're out in front. But all right, I'm kind of excited for this. First AB for Zach Deloach. We get to see what his swing's looking like. And I'm a little late trying to get around on that fastball in. Oh, yeah. I don't know what it was, but those 2 innings facing Brian Baker, whoever that is, it was actually kind of tough to pick up the pitch out of his hand. He was tough to hit. All right, well, I'm going to see about sticking with Armstrong then for another inning. I keep messing up his sinker. His release or his gestures are so fast, and I keep forgetting how fast I have to go for the sinker. And even when I go really fast, sometimes it tells me I'm too fast. It's a really tight window for the sweet spot for this Sean Armstrong sinker, but when it goes well, that's the results we get. Okay, and that was not where that was supposed to be. That almost hung up long enough for Benintendi to get there. Okay, I'm going to Tanner Banks here. Lefty-lefty matchup, and the next batter's a righty who's not quite as good against lefties. Ooh, they're taking off here. Threw the right pitch, but nah, not a great throw. He didn't get a perfect throw, and he's really fast. Okay, the Orioles, calm down here. What is that ball boy doing? I've never seen something like that miss that bad. I've never seen an at-bat so frustrating. Come on, Mullins, you're done. You're done. Sit down. It only took 9 pitches. Dude, these Orioles do not want to lose today. They are not really expanding the zone at all, and then they're just wasting pitch after pitch. I've made 15 pitches, and this hasn't even gotten Banks through 2 batters. There we go. Deloach in center should have that. We have 1 inning to go to hold this lead. Garver, that actually might be... Nope. That's a lot of speed out there in right field. Oh, and I'm... Actually, what was wrong with that swing? Didn't feel like I should have been that far under it. I don't know. Nope. I think our only chance there was if that hit the base. So we don't do anything offensively here to expand this lead. We're completely relying on our closer, Garrett Crochet, to get us this win. He's only given up 1 run this season, but somehow he's managed to blow 2 saves And I think the one run he gave up was a solo homer. So we need that sort of dominance here. We've got Adley to get to, and then it's two lefty-lefty matchups, assuming they don't go to the bench, which they might. And you know what? Actually, before it gets too far into it, I kind of want to make sure we've got someone good out in center. I know it's meant to be his off day, but I don't want to see a bad reaction, a late jump on something, and then it turns into that tying run or anything. And there we go. All right, we get the toughest hitter there looking at the slider. Okay, man, Crochet's kind of painting here. Oh, he kind of looked like he went around to me. I don't know. There we go, though. Just had to put it in an even more perfect spot, even with a yellow release. And we got Vlad there. We don't even need a center field replacement. 2 strikeouts, a weak grounder, and we pick up another win even without having to do anything. So I don't know. We might not get... Okay, we got 2. I was thinking we'd only get 1 fireball, but we got 2. And according to what the moment said and what the commentators were kind of talking about before the game, that should have brought us tied for the division. Now we just got to see how this sim goes. All right, so let's see. We did have kind of a long sim last time. Got our momentum down there a bit. We build it back up to a nice spot, though. We should be able to win more games than we lose, but we got to win more games than the Twins win. And we do sweep the Orioles, so that's big. Pick up a couple wins against the Red Sox. Sweep the Red Sox. That was another pretty long sim, but we did not lose a game. And now it's saying win to fortify the lead, so that means we do have the division lead. So it took us all the way until September, but we finally take the division lead. Our record is so good. Who would have thought we'd be at 89-55 in season 1? This is way better. My expectations were not this high for year 1. Obviously, every year I'm looking to compete. I'm looking to win the World Series, but I did not think it was going to be this good. We just got to play some solid baseball here down the stretch. Finish it off, but I do think that's where I'm going to bring today's episode to an end. It might be a little short. I might have cut it a little bit short, but sometimes when you get down to these last couple weeks here, you never know how the moments are going to shape up. You don't know if you're going to play like a couple more and it's going to sim to the end, or we don't know if there's still 2 episodes worth from this point on. But I think with this next game being what should be a relatively longer one, this is a good stopping point. So as always, guys, do me a favor, and if you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button. If you're this deep into the series and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got what seems like should be some exciting baseball yet to come here. But for now, that's going to do it for me, guys. So thanks for watching again. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time.